2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this featured group because there are rumours of a rivalry brewing between these two players.
Well, it looks like this player is aiming to beat Lexi Thompson, which very few people can boast. This should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Luke, Lexi's young but has been on tour for about 30-40 years, it seems. She's been playing forever. She doesn't lack in experience. She can do it all. Not to mention, you'll be looking at her back for most of the day because she'll outdrive you.
Yes, Lexi loves the long ball, and so do we. Good luck in this rivalry because when Lexi gets on top, it's very hard to beat her. And after that hole, he's now alone at the top of the leaderboard. Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort. Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Well, with a pocket full of FedEx Cup points over the last half a dozen starts or so, this player certainly has been delivering consistent results and pushing for wins or winning, Rich. Do you expect that to continue here this week?
Luke, absolutely. Week in and week out, this player has consistently performed at the highest level. I got to believe he's a lot of people's favorites to win this tournament.
He sits in first position. The Copperhead course at Innisbrook can really bite you, especially if you're slightly wayward, and there's one of those holes right here at the third, Rich.
Decisions to be made. The fairway narrows up. Should you take driver out? Also the water on the right. So players more than likely laying back with some kind of fairway wood.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. That's frustrating. Just 3 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for par.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's 2 strokes behind her rival this week.
It's time to check on the leaderboard. Heading to the next hole, this player is currently tied for a share of the lead with Xander Schauffele. The 4th hole, the first of the par 3s on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
Opting for the 5-iron. That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. Trying to get to 2 under with this putt. Well, what a lovely putt to make. And that will take him to 2 under. A quick look at the leaderboard has this player currently in first place, with Xander Schauffele in second. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 5th is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill moving from right to left that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Oh, look who's getting on a roll now. That's back-to-back birdies.
Oh, that settles the nerves right there. Great stuff.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
And from around 135 yards.
That's not going to find the fairway. That's tiny. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Oh, just missed. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Currently 3 strokes up after that hole. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left are going to be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
This putt is about 17 feet long. And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
Okay, time to return to the action. Putting for birdie here. That was a gallant attempt. And that should secure the par on this one. Our leader is up by 4 shots now. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
That's a good-looking shot there. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She had a bad previous hole, came off with bogey.
Okay, let's get back to the action. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say.
Okay, steady now. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. The back 9 at Innisbrook's Copperhead course begins with a par 4.
Straight down the hill these tee shots go. That bunker down the left-hand side should see a fair bit of action. If you leave it out to the right-hand side, there's some trees that are overhanging will block out your second shot. This green tilts pretty good from back to front.
The ladies' game has been dominated by Koreans for such a long time, but America has been able to have this resurgence basically off the back of Lexi Thompson and the generation she's started to inspire.
Lexi Thompson is so fun to watch because she's got a very unique swing, and when you look at it, you kind of look back and you go, okay, that went a long way. Okay, that went right at the hole. And she's got such control over her golf ball. It's amazing. And the wins are going to continue to pile up for her year after year. I'm blown away by the fact that she is so aggressive on every single shot. There is no laying up in her game, and I love that. Now, that might cost her a few wins, but I tell you what, she's going to have a lot of wins because of that as well. I love the way she plays the game. It's exciting.
And here we are with the third shot. Oh, that's That's a ripper.
Out of the rough, into the hole. Thank you very much.
Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again.
Yeah, Seve would be envious of this one. What a chip in.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
Bit disappointing, that one. Sitting at 7 under par for the day. Currently leading. That was a bit of a miscue.
Now from that lie, missing the green was always an option.
Let's see if you can make this. Keep the par on the card. Ouch, that hurts. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey.
Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely... I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And this putt coming up for his par. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Our current leader is enjoying a 7-stroke advantage. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Absolutely love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
20 feet to the cup. Ooh. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Putting for birdie. And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. And that will take him to 7 under. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
Oh, a 9-foot chance here.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Ooh, right by the hole. Just a short putt remaining here. Currently 7 under for the round. Well, as you enter the dreaded snake pit here at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich, you know where you stand on the 16th tee.
This tee shot forces your hand. You must take it down the right-hand side in order to have a good look at this green for your second shot. Any misses out to the left, you're going to find the trees in all sorts of trouble.
Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Oh, this is just unfortunate. So close to the fairway, but sitting really down.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
Oh, I didn't see this as possible. What a shot.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
12 feet to the cup coming up. just building upon his advantage. He keeps making the important plays. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play.